station, his own radio show, The Big 810? The Big 810, put your hands together for Robert Sconzo, everybody. Here he is.
Carmen, I know why you like chicken. You're Italian, right? You are part black, so it's not a problem. You know, everybody's talking about all kinds of current events tonight. I feel left out, so I want to comment. You know, my radio show was going great as long as Casey Anthony was in the news. And she's back. She's back from the dead, like Tebow, only he got crucified last week. She is rolling out a new business. She announced it on the internet. She's opening a whole line of daycare and swim centers for kids. So there's investors lining up all over the country to invest in this winter. Almost like a .com 15 years ago. I'm sure it's going to be a real success. Anyway, she was a fairly young mother. And table number one before, we're talking about reality shows. And A&E rolls out a show, 16 and Pregnant. Univision just one-upped that show. From Puerto Rico, it's 16 and a Granny. Sorry, honey. Magic Johnson's back in the news. Is he not the healthiest AIDS patient you've ever seen in your life? People of his color in Africa are skinnier than this microphone cord, and he's like playing basketball in the courtyards. What a perfect name for an AIDS patient. Magic Johnson. Now, I'm thinking after boning hundreds of women, maybe Tiger Woods should have changed his name to Magic Johnson. Anyway, speaking of Magic Johnson, Terman Kane's back in the news. He was on Piers Morgan the other night and said that he wants to be the Secretary of Defense. Now, for a guy that can't defend himself from 5 crazy bitches, how is he going to defend us from anything? Although there are 2 female groups that are now backing his comeback, his tirade, and the new slogan is Herman Cain's Meat Lovers Express. That's his new campaign slogan. You guys all saw the Italian boat that sank? Hit a rock, turned sideways, people pouring out the holes. There's a Polish company going to buy that boat, salvage it, and they're going to turn it into their Polish cruise line. They're going to cover the holes with screen. So there's ventilation, it's more aerodynamic, and it'll double as a submarine. Speaking of Polish people, I have a very good friend of mine, Mark. He came to me the other day. He says, Robert, I'm really upset. I've been married 25 years, and I feel like my wife is trying to get rid of me. And I said, Mark, what gives you that idea? He says, I went down, I was looking for some hair gel, and I'm going through the cabinet, and I found a bottle of Polish remover. Anyway, yeah, whatever, not any Polish people in the house. As you can see, I'm extremely short. In fact, I'm so short that I took my son to Macy's for Christmas, and we're going to go see Santa. And you know you're short when you're waiting online, and the guy, the elf standing next to you goes, hey young man, you want to sit on Santa's lap? And he was talking to me. So I'm sitting on Santa's lap, and he says, so little boy, what do you want for Christmas? I pulled his beard down, I said, I want you to lose that chubby, Mr. Sandusky. Nice job, Jerry. Anyway, my son, when he was 3, my wife went back to work and we put him in daycare. And I want to tell you what a great father I am. I carry a long line of Italian blood in my family, and the big tradition of my house growing up was, what game, guys? Pull my finger. The fart game was big in my house. So he's 3 years old, and I go to pick him up at daycare, and my wife arrives at the same time. And the teacher comes over to me, she goes, Mr. Sconzo, I got a question. I said, sure, what is it? She says, what's pull my finger? At 3 years old, he's walking around and asking the teacher to pull his finger. So actually, the judge took the son away from me, gave it back to my wife. Now he knows how to make rice and beans, because my wife's Puerto Rican. So that's even more important. Anyway, today he's 16, he's a wealth of useless information. The other night we're driving home from somewhere, and he goes, hey Dad, Did you know that a fetus can feel when the mother is actually having an orgasm? I almost crashed because I looked at him. I said, well, how did you know? Did you interview the fetus? He says, no, it's right here on my phone. Unbelievable. The technology today, kids have no other focus but useless shit on the internet. Anyway, last thing, I'm actually coming home from the store the other day, and I'm emptying groceries out of the trunk of the car. And my wife hadn't been around all day. So I'm picking up a box of water out of the trunk of the car, and he goes, Dad, what do you got? I said, I got a box of Pellegrino for your mom. And he said, sounds like a fair trade. Thank you very much. You guys are great. Have a good time.